Well, I went to Lowe's about an hour ago, just got back. Got me 3 sheets of OSB plywood, a roll of roofing paper, 5 pounds of roofing nails, and a spool of welding wire for my welder. I'm going to pick up a tank of propane tomorrow for my furnace, and I'm going to start melting down some car parts that I took off the old car that was over there. And then I'm gonna, well, tomorrow I'm going to start working on the roof. Got the roof, and get this mess cleaned up around here. I'm tired of looking at it, and this wood ain't gonna keep forever. I got a lot of this from the construction sites around town where they throw away a whole damn house to build a house. It's amazing what they waste. All this wood, this is going to be got another one over there, shelves to go inside there. I left it 32 inches off the floor so I could stick stuff under it, because it doesn't make any sense to have a shelf on the floor, you know what I'm saying? So I'll just stick equipment underneath it, and it's going to have 3 shelves 2 foot apart, from here to there 2 foot, from here to there 2 foot. So I made 2 brackets to put plywood on. I'm going to go out to the work site and see if I can find some piece of sheets. They don't ever throw away a whole sheet, but they'll throw away pieces of it. And the crazy thing is they'll cut a corner off and throw the rest of the damn sheet away. But this is the other bracket. I showed that crack there in my after the storm video, and it was actually there before a storm. There's actually one there. It's just from settling, so I ain't gonna worry about it. But I just wanted to show you what I'm up to. I'll be back tomorrow when we start working on the roof. Fun. Well, today I'm out here at the old shop. I've been working on the back of the building. I removed all the boards and shingles from across the back here because that wood was completely rotten. As you can see right there, and here, and there. Now what I'm going to do is I need to clean up a few pieces like that part right there, and I'm going to run a couple of boards across there to fill that in. It's going to go from here all the way down to there, and it's just going to bring it out a little bit so it has a lip to it, and it'll be the back edge for the roof. Won't have to worry about plywood up there rotting away in the back, because this tree keeps it moist back here and everything just rots away anyway. So I'm just going to run a board across there and flush mount the shingles right out to the edge of it, you know, give it a 1/2 inch overhang, 3/4 of an inch, something like that. And see how it goes. I got plastic down on the ground to try and catch as much of this debris as possible. After I get the shingles off of it, I'm going to start loading them up in the back of my truck and take them to the landfill. Got plywood here the other day, like I showed you, from Lowe's, and a roll of roofing paper, tar paper, whatever you want to call it. Over here is my work area. This is the board, one of the boards I'm going to be using. This one and that one for the back of the building. I recovered these boards from a construction site, and I am what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this edge at an angle to match the roof pitch. This edge, let me get my fingers in the picture. Where the hell am I going to do that? I'm just going to cut it at an angle to match the pitch of the roof, and that way the roof just slides right off. I got it screwed to my workbenches here so I can cut it and it don't move around. And I'm umming today. I'm is dumb. Anyway, I've ripped the shingles off the back part of the roof to start with, only about 2 or 3 foot, so that I can work up there and cut the plywood. And see the hole that was up there? Shingles were just covering that hole. I removed a little bit of the rotted plywood from the bottom part, but everything around there was just rotten. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing after I put this board up there. I just want something to reference my plywood to before I start patching the roof, because I'm going to have to remove that whole sheet where that hole is. And I want to use this board here as a guide for the plywood. And then, what's the matter, Aubrey? You allergic? You allergic to bullshit? What's wrong? Huh? He's always out here sneezing and coughing. Anyway, I'm not going to show very much of me working because I'm not exactly a professional and this isn't exactly safe. So I'll just keep giving you updates as to what I'm doing. And I hope you enjoy it. So I'll be back in a few. Word to the wise, don't leave your camera laying out when you're cutting wood. It gets really dusty. As you can see, I got a 15-degree bevel on the back of this board right here, and this is what I want to use on the roof. I was debating whether or not I was going to leave this little notch in here. I think I am, and I'm just going to fill it in with caulk. I don't see no sense in just splitting the board to cover that up, so I'm just going to fill it in. And it's going to be nailed up onto the back of the building. Probably I'm going to use a 2x4 too to run along the bottom of it to cover up anything underneath it if I don't like the way it looks. It just depends on whether or not I like the way it looks. Sawdust, whee! Anyway, I think I'm just going to measure this out and screw it on just the way it is. Be back in a few. Okay, here's the long and the short of it. Funny joke. Anyway, I got a 14-foot piece and a 4-foot piece. It's 18 foot across the top there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the short piece up first, and then I'll have a reference to go by whenever I'm putting the long piece up, so I don't have to fight it on the other end. So it'll be easier to handle the short piece first than it would be to deal with the long piece first. So now I got to get up there and trim off a couple of nubs with my saw, like that little piece sticking out right there. I'll probably just take my skill saw and just kind of rake cut it off, smooth it down. I don't think there's like 1 or 2, and there's a nail sticking out down there I got to get out. Other than that, it should be all right. Let me get it. Okay, I've got the board up. I didn't close that in. I tried to, but screws kept pulling through. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to take that down later and put a box in up there. I'm going to take that board off right there and put some 2x4s going up and down on the inside of that wall because there ain't none, to give me something to frame too. And then I'm going to frame in a box and close it in with plywood, and I'll just wrap right to the corner right there. Won't matter back here because it's never going to be seen. You know what I'm saying? You got about this much space and I'm not worried about it. But anyway, I got the board run all the way down. I put it up there with 3-inch screws, deck screws, so it'll stay up there. Like I said, I ain't too worried about it. Underneath that that 2x6 that I just put up there, that space right there, I'm going to end up ripping I got some 2x2s or 2x3s. I'm going to rip them and put them underneath there at a 45 to kind of cover that up, and so that when it rains it'll run off of there. And I'll do that when I go to box this in right here. Next is the roof, and that's a job.